Hi everyone, I'm Prasid Garimella. I am the CEO of the company. Now we founded Plum in 2013 in a London design studio. The reason behind establishing this brand was that we observed that in India there was no, a specific brand with a strong care philosophy. We have researched a lot in the Western countries, in Europe, US, and other countries, and we understood that strong care philosophy is a 100% vegan brand that has come in India. We are a PETA approved cruelty free brand. We keep providing natural products for body skin care and for natural skin glow. By natural products, we mean that zero chemical free. Then as a member of 1%. This is an NGO organization. As a member of this organization, we contribute 1% in MTs for Good. It has been, a lot of big brands have been talking about recycling this or, refilled products and all. But we have been doing it as a small brand. We have been giving people incentives on returning us the empty product bottles and etc. Moving on to gift goodness. Now, all these points that you collect may be MTs for Good or Plumster perks, whatever you collect. These points you can use to gift them to your family, friends, or any other people that you know, so that we grow our brand, and also people who are sensible towards environment get to know our brand, and as a sort of a culture, they start buying from our brand and they start contributing to the environment. There are a lot of things that we have done to further establish as core principle. There are many things that we have done to make our brand environmental friendly, and every other aspects we have touched upon. But then these have a negative side to them. When you are concentrating on core principles or other aspects of it, there are always negative sides that affect you in either revenue or either the quantity of goods that you're selling and then the number of customers getting. Is there an awareness? For example, if you consider a competitive market like India, is there really an awareness of buying a brand only because it has core principles? Is there really an awareness? So we have found out that there is a bit of awareness, but it's not much. So based upon how we want to grow, we have started this session. We have three agendas in it. We'll have three questions. Each question will spend 3 minutes of time debating for and against the question. First point on our agenda is that Plum has never raised external funding. Yes, a few fundings here and there from HUL and other companies, but then not on higher capital funding or any external parties.
So I like to take upon that first. Look, if we look at our world from how it was some 100 years ago or even a decade ago and how it is now, there has been an incredible change and the rate of development has been unbelievable. But with all these development, we were still not able to stop a tiny virus which has brought the world to its feet. So what I'm trying to say here is that the future is unpredictable. For us to protect our future by taking external funding from different companies, even though it may cost us our morals or values and all.
I think so. If we are going with the fundings, our our motto is will be changed. If we are taking a funding from external people, they are interference our goal. Maybe they happy and unhappy. So I think so. We are going a good way. One virus that change, but we can stand with us our point of view. So we have a good business. Our customer is satisfied with, and they are become our loyal customer. So I think so. Okay, we are not going to for external funding.
Okay, we have a loyal customer base, but the thing is, we have to improve. Have a target of making 100 crore revenue by 2023. Being only dependent on our resources alone, attaining that goal is not possible. And so we are improved right now, but we have to look further and grow from here to attain our goal of 100 crore revenue by 2023, and that will definitely require funding from the other companies. Even though it costs our the core principal value, we should do that.
Well, I would like to make a couple of points here. So first, we basically set up this organization based on a particular vision. A particular ethos is instilled in our company. And people who buy our products buy it based on that. We promise certain things to our customers and we deliver it. So when we are positioned in the market like this, taking a decision like obtaining funding and changing our vision slightly will definitely affect our position in the market. Companies now are looking for smaller companies which have a goal similar to us, which have a vision similar to ours, to give funding to. So I think we must look out for those companies, because there are plenty of companies like that as well.
Companies that accept our values.
Yes. The world is moving in that direction. We are in that direction as well.
Now, it is about the balance between your production volume and your quality. Now, we all know that when production volume increases, you go into mass production, and the amount of effort that we are putting right now on our brand, our packaging, our products, it is very difficult to put that when you become when you grow at a faster rate and you have a big production line in place. So what do you think? How do we maintain that? Do we compromise on our value, or do we compromise on our volume and take a very slow growth?
I think so. We are go for a slow growth rate, because we promise our customer, and that's why they are loyal for us. So I think so. If we are go for this pandemic, we go for slow growth. That's not affect our customers and the future goals. We can achieve our target maybe 2 years more than we are targeting. So I think we are going for slow growth is a better option other than we are mass production.
But we have to look at our competitors also. Okay, we are in a level of the middle level premium buyers. So our prices are at least rupees 500 for a package. Okay, so when we look at our competitors, the Juicy Elements, Forest Essentials, these are some examples which are high brand. Which the cost also matches. But the thing is, they have their own retail store. They have multiple ways of selling. But we are selling only in Health and Glow and Pharmacy Noble Plus, and then online contributes to nearly 75% of our selling, and only 25% is concentrated here. So at this point of time, we must also look into how our competitors are growing and try to adapt with it, rather than going for a slow race. Okay, we are in a business, so it is well and good that we wish to establish ourselves first time, but we have already a 4 or 5 year old company, so we should look for the growth and see how other companies are doing and try to adapt to what the other companies are doing to survive in the market.
Okay, so I would like to add to Tamil point, Aditya, just a minute.
Yes.
So as Nikun said that like we should focus on slow growth. See, we are a company, so our main motive is to improve ourselves, to grow ourselves, right? So if we set a target, like we have to grow this much, so it is not always possible that we will reach that goal. There are so much problems that may come, and we will not be able to reach that goal. So if we first of all think to make a slow growth, then there is a possibility that we may not even grow. So I think if we definitely have to think big, and maybe if we have to sacrifice our philosophies or morals, then to improve our company, then I think we should go ahead and do mass production. And yeah, that's it.
Loknath, I do agree on the think big part, but we shouldn't think big and think short. We should think big and think long. We have been doing well so far. For whatever philosophy we have been doing well. And what is that differentiates us from the other brands out there? The quality. Quality is the main thing. And even the environmental friendliness and being friendly to humans as well. So we don't use stuff like parabens in our products, because there might be a cause of worry. While there's not conclusive evidence that there might be a cause of worry, still that there are some doubts. Just based on the doubts, we tend to take the safer option. So that is how we do our business. So even here, the safer option would be to stick to our ethos and then continue our growth as it is. And when it comes to setting up retail chains like our other brands, as we've seen right now, most of the consumers now prefer to order everything online.
We see that we are growing nice in the pandemic time also, because our customers love our products and qualities. If we are going to mass production, we affect our quality. That's not affect our customer also. Maybe they are switch our brand also. So if I think we are grown fast ways, but take a little more time for that. So that's a help for our companies also, and that's a reputation our market also.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move on to MTS for Good. In MTS for Good, as you know, we provide the customer with an opportunity to return the bottles and get value based on it. So, what are your consensus on it? Since we are short on time, we'll go 1 point each. Please state your point crisply and go ahead.
Yeah, so we do offer recyclable packaging and not just normal packaging, and that is why we get it back from the customers and then make sure we recycle it and give it back as our next bottle. So that is our main goal, in which we credit customers with certain amount as of now. The amount which we credit now can be changed later based on how the company is getting profits or not. But this system is definitely good and customers are using it, so we should continue to use this.
Okay.
It may be customer friendly, the process, but it will definitely affect our company. So like not in a big way, but definitely it will affect our company when if we are following this process. So I don't think we should do this going forward.
So it's a good friendly. We are less our carbon print also. So we are going eco-friendly also, and that's like more our customer, and we attract our customer on that basis also. So I think this is a good point.
So all this comes under when we are looking at a very small amount of quantity that is being sold. So in future, like in long term, when you speak of after 5 or 10 years, when a company grows and tries to supply twice the amount of the products it is now selling, think of whether you will be able to manage all the things, the same thing you're doing right now. So I think it will be difficult in the long term to manage this.
The points that I've given you are far extremes. There are always solutions in between. And after listening to everything on the first question, when we talked about external funding, it is not difficult to find someone with the same ethos. That is what we came to a conclusion at. We can leave our ethos if we find that the funding is very difficult and we are going to go down as a company. But other than that, it is not at all difficult at this current consensus that people have regarding environment and eco-friendly products and all. I think it is in favor to us as a company to find external funding. So we'll take that middle line in that point. On the second point, where we talk about higher production volume. Higher production volume, it's always about quality and price, as we talked about, and you have discussed very good points on that. The one thing that you mentioned is thinking about big as well as long. So at the same time, how do we compete with our other markets that are present, there other players in the markets that are present? So based on this, I would also say that it is better that we grow at a pace, but we do set a high goal for us, so that we do not go at a slower pace and then we suffer if that pace is not achievable. We set a high goal, we try to achieve that goal, but then do not think that will compromise on our compromise on our ethos or our structure for reaching that goal. But then that should be achievable, and I'm pretty sure that we'll achieve it. So in the third one, MTs for Good, yes, MTs for Good, it is a very good initiative for now, but it is going to be a very big problem in the future when we increase our output. I think we should start innovating, start thinking in more innovative ways of how to provide our products. At the same time, is returning better or is refilling better, and all these aspects of it. We need to think on this aspect, and we need to think on new innovations to come in the stream. So I would like to conclude by saying that we had some good discussions, and we have come to a few conclusions, not say conclusions, but way forwards that we want to take our company. So thank you very much for this, and That's it. Have a good day. Thank you.